Hey everyone, Bruce Eckfeldt here. Wanted to talk to you about putting together your leadership team. So if you're a CEO, growing company, one of the things you're going to need to do at some point is put together a leadership team. If you don't have one yet, really think through, how do I elevate people inside the company or bring in people who can lead my functional areas? And it's one of the big transitions you need to make as a CEO of really working directly with individual contributors and directly on products and services, and to move more into a leadership executive role. Working through your leadership team to execute on strategy of the company. So an important decision, one that I think a lot of people don't spend enough time on or really think strategically about. And I want you to think about a couple of things. One is I want to think about who you are. And I always start there because really the purpose of the leadership team is to surround the CEO with the people that are going to elevate their performance. So what are your strengths and weaknesses? What are your stylistic kind of tendencies, biases? How can you balance those things out? How can you create a more robust, diverse, dynamic group in your leadership team so that you can be more successful? The other thing that we want to look at is, where is your company going? So what are the future kind of markets, product, services that you need to be delivering over the coming 24, 36 months? What does that roadmap look like? Who do I need to have in place? I think a lot of folks are kind of filling in gaps for what they need now. Your leadership team is really a chance to get ahead of that game, is to think through 12, 24, 36 months out. Who do I need at those points, and how can I start bringing people in? I want to get ahead of the game. I want to put people in now that are going to help me be successful going forward. The other thing I want you to look at is, what are your limits in terms of your skills, capabilities, knowledge, experiences? How do I balance that out? So if you are moving into a particular area or looking at a particular business model or service model, and you personally don't have as much experience in that, or you're not as confident in those areas, how can you bring people in that do have that experience, who have worked in those areas, and can bring in that expertise to help you be more effective? And then lastly, really want to think through those kind of stylistic issues. So if you are naturally risk seeking, you may want to bring a couple of people on that are going to be a little more risk adverse or a little more analytical when it comes to risk and taking calculated risk. If you're highly analytical yourself, you may need to bring in some people who are more intuitive. If you're very focused on task and business model, you may need to bring in some people that are actually more people focused, cultural focused. So really thinking through, how can you balance out the situation. So those are some ideas. There's an article I wrote for Inc. that I'll put in the links here so you can check that out. There's a couple other things in it. If you need help, this is one of the things I do as a leadership coach, is help CEOs build out their leadership teams and work with them around the teams they have to really elevate the performance. So there's a whole bunch of things we can talk about what makes a great leadership team, but the first thing we need to do is figure out who you are, who the right people are to bring in terms of skills, capabilities, experience. Find those people, get them involved, and then we can start working on leveling up those capabilities and creating a high-performance team around the leadership team. So those are some thoughts. You can always email me at bruce@eckfeldt.com. Happy to set up a call, talk about some of these issues. And like I said, the link is below. Check out the article. Let me know what you think.